Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a not so bright in Delhi, but a wonderful week. And
Hello, ma'am.
hello. And what better way to make it brighter is firstly when we are smiling at each other. I'm sure you're also smiling, even though your cameras are not on. But it's always nice, right, to receive a smile, to get a smile, to be able to smile. And all these smiles are a reflection of what we feel inside. And that is happy or joyous or content or celebratory. So, what happens in life? Many a times we choose sadness or silence instead of celebration. So, right now, when we are smiling at each other, there is a joy in us. We all have our, share of situations. I don't call them problems. We all have our share of situations, but commonly when we are here, there is a joyous atmosphere, a feeling of, looking forward to something, anticipation that what is it that we may get today from the radical learning, and the consciousness that binds us to want to move forward in this direction. So, when we choose sadness or silence instead of celebration, what are we doing? We don't even realize that we are doing this. It becomes a habit. Haven't you seen it in people around you or in situations around you? And you wonder why is the person so sad or why am I feeling so sad all the time? That's because we have decided to be sad or we have decided to be silent. Does that help us? No, it doesn't. Let's say, and sometimes we want to hide it, our happiness or our joy. We feel nazar lag jayegi. We feel we'll be, sort of targeted. We feel we'll be judged. So we shy away. We shy away from celebrating any small achievement that we have in life. So a person gets a promotion, but he says, it's nothing special, instead of celebrating with the family. He gets a bonus for the good job done, but the comment was, this was not the amount, it could have been higher in the mind, though you may say thank you to your boss. Yeah, the feeling is, that you don't take it with celebration, you don't receive it with celebration, with joy, and you don't celebrate with your family. Come on, I've got a raise, let's go out or let's do something. We don't do that because then we're thinking of the other thing that needs to be done first, not to be in the now and celebrate that moment. A student does well, very well, okay, but worries about that one subject that didn't go perfectly. Hasn't it happened? Doesn't it happen with your children? And maybe you also pointed out, what about this? Why did you lose out marks over here instead of celebrating the other, achievements in terms of the marks, etc.? A homemaker works hard every day, but feels her effort is just routine and they're not worth appreciation because she has conditioned herself to believe nobody's going to appreciate me, so what's the point? It's a routine thing for me. And she continues to do it, and then it becomes so much of a habit that she thinks, yeah, it's a routine. So what's there to celebrate about it? A business person closes a great deal, good deal, but immediately starts worrying about the next challenge instead of celebrating the success. It happens. ये तो हो गया, अब उसका क्या करना है? Instead of enjoying the moment and maybe thinking, okay, I've been brought this far and I'll go further as long as I can be happy about all my progress. Parents, They see their children grow independent, you know, and yet they feel lonely instead of celebrating their growth. It may not be you and me, but there are a lot of parents who are happy. They say, yeah, I'm happy that he or she is doing well in life. But they have to live in a separate city. We can't meet, we can't do this, we can't do that. They don't call up. इतने बिजी हो गए कि उनके पास अपने माँ बाप के लिए टाइम नहीं है. Right? And so when they call up, sometimes without realizing, a lot of parents say, याद आ गई तुम्हें हमारी. You remembered me finally. What have you done? That child, for you, it will always be a child, whether it's a 40-year-old or a 20-year-old, has rung you up. Instead of just taking it on from there, because there may be lots of more things that he'd like to share, she'd like to share. But the first thing we have said is, if they then say, you didn't even bother what I'm going through or what I have been feeling and what has been happening, etc. I'll give you an example over here. Recently, as I mentioned, that I'd had a vicious dog attack. But then after that, funnily, I also had a bull attack. So I was, the horns of the bull were gorged into me twice over. I had gone up for a holiday and it happened over there. It's okay, it happened. And then there was no conversation with my family who don't live here, they live abroad. And life was going on normally. After about 4 or 5 days, the weekly call that happens normally, that is a fixed thing, the weekly call. And that happened, and in the conversation, it was, okay, what all did you do? How was it? And etc. So in that, I casually mentioned that this happened, and then we had gone here, and suddenly I was attacked by a bull from behind. Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell us what happened? Of course, the concern did, is it hurt or did you bleed or whatever else was to be said? I said, no, I'm fine. Why didn't you tell us? I said, you people have been so busy. Even in the WhatsApp conversations, your responses have been yes and no. So I know at this point there is something that is occupying you so much, and I know in terms of your work. So I said, it's okay, it wasn't some big deal. But what happened after that? They called me every day. At least till now, they've been calling me every day. So what did I gain out of it? I gained a lot more love, which comes via the phone, and that's fine. And it's not something that happened that the world had fallen apart. No, you must inform us every time. I said, look, even if I inform you, can you come? No, you can't. Am I in danger? No, I'm not. Am I, confined to bed? No, I'm not. It's okay. It's life. It moves on. So just giving an example, I know I carried it a little more. So, and they have to lead their independent lives too. So don't expect to be part of it all the time, ever. But find your joys in seeing their growth. Find your joys in all the photographs they send you. Find your joys in whatever they shared with you. And you can complement it, by, sending small gifts to them. And they will definitely come and meet you when they are, in a position to do so. Sometimes people heal from their illness, some illnesses that have happened, but they keep remembering that painful period more often than, thinking of the wonderful recovery they have made. Of course, I know very, very brave people who have survived cancer. And they are, I have marveled at this friend of mine. She had breast cancer. And she's a very good friend of mine. We go for holidays together, etc. I was not in the country. And in that period, there was no conversation between us. She lives alone. She has no parents, nobody. She's alone. Her brothers, etc., are all abroad. And suddenly there was no conversation. And then after about 4 or 5 months, it was her birthday. So I rang her up to wish her. I said, where the hell have you been? She said, I'll tell you when you return. And when I returned, I met her, and then she told me she had, been diagnosed with cancer. She went through the surgery. She has been going through her chemo and radiation, etc. She said, "Yeah, it's over. It had to happen. It's over." And I just couldn't believe it. I was furious, of course. But look at her courage. She went through it, that illness. Even today, she never talks about it. Her body has become a little disfigured naturally, but she's okay with it. She said, "At least it's out of my life." And she's always positive and she doesn't talk about it. So my admiration and my learning from that was so strong that, all alone she bore it, she went through it, and today she's emerged a winner. So there are people who love to talk about it, and get this empathy and, concern of others, and that makes them feel good, which of course, not realizing that you're vitalizing the energy of that illness or whatever is negative in your life. In a relationship, suppose there's been a difficult relationship which leads to either separation or a divorce or breakup, etc. So when a person leaves a difficult relationship but feels only the loss instead of celebrating the freedom and learning, what are they doing? They're causing stagnation for themselves. They remain stuck. And when they remain stuck, you know it. Life doesn't seem to move forward at all. You're not open to the idea of getting into a new segment of your life, which could have many more opportunities, avenues, growth, friends, friendship, relationships, partnerships coming your way, which are meant for you. But we keep lamenting about that loss. There are a lot of people who do that, yeah? Sometimes we even hide our fearing others may judge us or misunderstand us. We don't want to share it with them. And sometimes we avoid people and celebrate alone. We don't want to be in company. I'm okay with myself. I don't want to be with somebody. And sometimes we feel we don't even deserve the joy. So instead of celebrating every gain, every lesson, and every new opportunity, we remain stuck in disappointment or in fear. Here, this is where Redikall comes in. And what does Redikall remind us? Life is meant to be celebrated in every phase and with the people around us in whatever way they can participate. Every moment should be joyous. Every moment should be, celebratory. It cannot be all the time celebration, but the thought, if it is celebratory, we are able to overcome a lot of small, negatives in our life. It could be of any form. It could be grief, it could be loss, it could be trauma, it could be pain, it could be hurt, it could be anger, it could be anguish. Look at the range. So when we celebrate both gains and losses, endings and beginnings, we enter into a celebration mode. And what happens to life? Life becomes a shared festival of joy. So today, let us now release the resistance to celebrate, and let us today choose celebration. Yeah? So take a deep breath. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale gently and fully. Exhale completely. Sense your body relaxing. Sense your mind, your body, your thoughts all becoming calm. Feel your shoulders relaxing and your body becoming loose. Keep breathing in gently. Inhale joy. Exhale sadness. Inhale celebration. Exhale grief. Inhale happiness. Exhale all those energies that do not let you feel happy. Return to normal breathing. Invoke your healing masters, healing guides, healing angels, your higher consciousness, radical consciousness, love consciousness, prosperity consciousness, your teachers, mentors, gurus, and guides. Seek their support, seek their blessings, seek their guidance. As you unlearn all that you have been holding on to and embrace the thought and feeling of celebration as a means to continue your journey in life, as you connect with the eternal consciousness and the prime resource energy. Collect all your personal thoughts and energies wherever they are in the universe. See them entering you, centering you. And when you feel centered and complete, take another deep breath and recite with me or after me. I archive my resistance to celebrating with the people around me. I archive my resistance to celebrating with the people around me. I archive my resistance to celebrating with the people around me. I archive my hesitation to share my joy with others. I archive my hesitation to share my joy with others. I archive my hesitation to share my joy with others. I archive my habit of choosing lament instead of celebration. I archive my habit of choosing lament over celebration. I archive my habit of choosing lament instead of celebration. I archive my fear of being judged when I celebrate my success. I archive my fear of being judged when I celebrate my success. IR5, my fear of being judged when I celebrate my success. IR5, my need to hide my positive shifts from people. IR5, my need to hide my positive shifts from people. IR5, my need to hide my positive shifts from people. IR5, my reluctance to celebrate life openly. IR5, my reluctance to celebrate life openly. IR5, my reluctance to celebrate life openly. IR5, my tendency to go solo and withdraw from shared joy. IR5, my tendency to go solo and withdraw from shared joy. IR5, my tendency to go solo and withdraw from shared joy. IR5, my habit of shunning people when life improves. IR5, my habit of shunning people when life improves. IR5, my habit of shunning people when life improves. IR5, my discomfort in celebrating every small gain. IR5, my discomfort in celebrating every small gain. IR5, my discomfort in celebrating every small gain. IR5, my belief that celebration invites loss. IR5, my belief that celebration invites loss. IR5, my belief that celebration invites loss. IR5, my unfavorable associations with celebrations. IR5, my unfavorable associations with celebrations. IR5, my unfavorable associations with celebrations. IR5, my past beliefs and experiences interfering with celebration. IR5, my past beliefs and experiences interfering with celebrations. IR5, my past beliefs and experiences interfering with celebrations. IR5, my feeling of being unworthy of celebration. IR5, my feeling of being unworthy of celebration. IR5, my feeling of being unworthy of celebration. IR5, my resistance to flow with people in joyful moments. IR5, my resistance to flow with people in joyful moments. IR5, my resistance to flow with people in joyful moments. IR5, my attachment to sadness instead of joy. IR5, my attachment to sadness instead of joy. IR5, my attachment to sadness instead of joy. IR5, my fear of celebrating future possibilities. IR5, my fear of celebrating future possibilities. IR5, my fear of celebrating future possibilities. IR5, my inability to celebrate lessons hidden in losses. IR5, my inability to celebrate lessons hidden in losses. IR5, my inability to celebrate lessons hidden in losses. IR5, my need to compete instead of celebrate with others. IR5, my need to compete instead of celebrate with others. IR5, my need to compete instead of celebrate with others. IR5, my tendency to compare rather than celebrate together. IR5, my tendency to compare rather than celebrate together. IR5, my tendency to compare rather than celebrate together. IR5, my hesitation to celebrate people entering or leaving my life. IR5, my resistance and hesitation to celebrate people entering or leaving my life. IR5, my hesitation to celebrate people entering or leaving my life. IR5, my resistance to forgive and celebrate fresh. IR5, my resistance to forgive and celebrate afresh. IR5, my resistance to forgive and celebrate afresh. IR5, my attachment to stagnation over celebration. IR5, my attachment to stagnation over celebration. IR5, my attachment to stagnation over celebration. IR5, my resistance to living in celebration mode daily. IR5, my resistance to living in celebration mode daily. IR5, my resistance to living in celebration mode daily. IR5, my need to thrive as I celebrate every moment with the people around me. IR5, my need to thrive as I celebrate every moment with the people around me. IR5, my need to thrive as I celebrate every moment with the people around me. Take a deep breath. Feel the lightness of shared joy. Feel and sense it entering every fiber, every muscle, every tissue, every organ, every cell of your body. Sense it entering every chakra of your body as you feel the lightness of this shared joy aligning you and synchronizing with you. Keep your eyes closed as Redikall tells us that when we allow celebration to become natural, life changes texture. We begin celebrating small victories, healing moments, relationships, lessons, endings, and beginnings. We share happiness without fear. We welcome people into our joy, and we let go of the belief that celebration must wait for perfection. Celebration does not mean ignoring pain. It means honoring growth through every experience. When celebration becomes a way of life and a way of living, life stops feeling like a struggle and begins to feel like a shared dance. And slowly, life becomes a party, not because everything is perfect, but because we choose gratitude, connection, and joy. Let celebration become your natural state. And for this to become a part of you, repeat this mantra with me, which you can say for yourself all the time. I celebrate life with the people around me, and life celebrates me in return. I celebrate life with the people around me, and life celebrates me in return. I celebrate life with the people around me, and life celebrates me in return. Take a final deep breath. Smile gently to yourself with the thought that you will carry celebration into your day. Keep smiling. Rub your palms together. Massage your face, cup your eyes, your scalp, your neck, your shoulders, your body. Feel yourself aligning and centered and grounded. And when you feel a sense of completion, you can open your eyes. Take your time. How many people are going to show up on camera and show me their smiles? Can I see that? That means you did enjoy. Thank you, Seema. Thank you, Ramandeep. Lovely, Midhu. Yes, Beena, lovely to see you smile. Who else is there? Come on, people. Srividya, yes. Thank you, Himanti. Thank you, Snigdha. Doesn't it give you a good feeling to be smiling and feel happy? Life is a celebration. Let's take it forward like that, isn't it? Now
Yeah.
tell, any thoughts, any feelings, any experiences, any questions, any Observations that you felt?
Time to celebrate.
Time to celebrate. Yeah, despite the weather of Delhi, right?
All the
Uh,
more reason.
Yes. Yes, Nigda?
Ma'am, so I went back to my school days when I realized that I was so scared of scoring high or even saying that I've done well. I would always say, no, no, I've done badly. Even if I knew I'd done well, I was so scared. I was terrified that if I say I've done well, I'll get less marks. And when the marks come, I'm like, oh, thank God I said I didn't do well and now I got good marks.
Yeah. See, that's what
So
happens.
fear.
I mean, and that's how we grow. Then, oh my God, something will happen. Oh my God becomes a part of us. Let's make it a oh my God instead of a, oh my God. That's what I think.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am,
Yeah, Himanti.
ma'am, yeah. Hi, ma'am.
Hi. Midhu,
Okay. Ma'am,
yeah, okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
ma'am. Actually, tomorrow I'll be celebrating 28 plus years of my career, singing career.
Mhm.
Don't count my age at all.
It doesn't
because I
matter.
started when
It's irrelevant.
because I started when I was 9 years old.
Right.
So I was hesitating to celebrate it because I still feel I had to achieve more. I mean, it's not enough. Even though I have accomplished a lot of things. So tomorrow I was thinking whether to celebrate or not, whether I should cut a cake with people around me. I was confused actually. So this made me clear.
The universe is giving you information and guidance at every step of your life. So life is a
Yeah, I was
celebration.
surprised to see today's topic actually.
Don't be surprised. You will keep getting surprises from Redikall.
Yeah.
That's a way of life, and that's what Redikall does. And in fact, because you say you're singing, I think this Fulsome Friday people, raise your hands. Why don't we have a singing session and listen to a lot of songs from all the singers of the group? I think that would be a great idea
Yeah,
and a big change.
yeah,
Raise your
yeah,
hands, people, if you agree or clap or something. How will I know? Yes, Srividya says yes, gives a thumbs up from Snigdha, Seema, yes, we will do that. And that is great. And you reminded me of the song of Rajesh Khanna, a long time back. He says, Haste gaate jahan se guzar, दुनिया की तो
yeah,
परवाह न कर मुस्कुराते हुए दिन बिताना यहाँ कल क्या हो
yeah,
किसने जाना such wisdom,
huh,
even in a song,
yeah,
we never thought about,
yes,
right?
yes. I should listen today that one.
Yeah, you should.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We are really happy and waiting to hear you sing.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. So this is a singing session this Friday. Wonderful. Okay, Hemanti, yes?
I was just returning from getting myself a ultrasound done, and most of my reports yesterday I did the blood test. If most of it looked fine, and I think I should celebrate that also. That all the reports come out fine. Even that's a need to celebrate, right?
Absolutely.
Though not a chocolate cake or anything, but just like being happy and smiling around.
Yes, because then you release a lot more serotonin and the good endorphins, and that is what is needed to keep us going. In we don't realize it, but everything is linked even scientifically to our, body, our mind.
Yeah,
And when
yeah,
we are happy, we release the good and hormones. And that is what
yes,
keeps it, better for us in our lives too. So yeah, thank you. And even if, like we also go for blood reports and lab tests, and when it comes out good, it's great. We feel happy. But there may be one point, which is not so good. It could be about blood pressure. It could be about thyroid. It could be about, the common things I'm saying. It could be about blood sugar, etc. And then we go into a
a
decline.
sad state.
Sad.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah,
It's shown up. You should feel happy. You can handle it instead of feeling
yeah,
sad about it. Like I
yeah,
told you about my friend, honest to God, her handling cancer, having a surgery, getting her breast removed, everything, and she was out of it and she's back to normal life. And she faces it every day. And I keep admiring her, in full gratitude for all the lessons she has taught me. That no matter how strong or how deep a problem can be, you can still overcome it and celebrate life. So thank
yeah,
you for that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had actually donated liver 2 years ago to my brother-in-law.
Wow.
So, after that, I was just like hesitant to go to the doctor and
Uh-huh.
anybody get the routine blood test done also will I would psych me out. But
Okay.
I had done it for a noble cause. So now I feel good that, oh yeah, I mean, it makes sense just to like be bounced back to a healthy, normal life.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so gratifying to hear. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yes, Ramandeep.
Yesterday, my son was playing badminton for the first time,
Uh-huh.
and didn't win because he just, started learning. And I was just thinking that, when he wins, then we that kind of thing that celebrate. But now I'm thinking that today, when he's back from school, we are going to celebrate the sheer fact that he played.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What we don't realize, thank you for your, sharing, Ramandeep. Even the tiniest things, if you celebrate with your child, the child learns that everything is about celebration. There's nothing to feel sad. So even if he's got poor marks or something that is not gone well, I mean, I'm not saying just jump with joy, but if you turn it into something of a celebration which brings happiness, joy, a feeling of security, a feeling of being part of you, a feeling of being absolutely not judged, etc., that's also celebration. So we should do this, and that is important for us. So that is all part of celebration. Thank you, thanks, Ramandeep, for sharing this. Yeah, anyone?
Aarti, can I share a funny story on this
Yes,
one?
can I see you, madam?
I'm sorry, I'm not in a right state to be on
Okay,
screen right
all
now.
right, all right.
So, I told you about that friend who passed away, his
Yeah,
son, okay? So
yes,
he's a 10-year-old boy, and recently he fractured his left hand, and he's a lefty. That's his dominant hand, okay?
yeah.
So I met him, and I was like, oh no, I was like being, oh no, poor thing, you've hurt yourself, and it must be painful and the regular stuff. And
Mm.
then he comes and says, no, this is the best thing that has happened. I don't have to do homework for 1 month. All my friends are carrying stuff for, things for me because, his one hand is in fracture and everything. And
Yeah.
he just felt joy. I mean, I was like, wow, this guy is not upset. He's really happy about, having a fracture. And I was like, this is so, we should start looking at life in that fashion, like, I was like, he's happy. I mean, it's just a little bit of pain, but he was enjoying, the fracture. So,
So
yeah.
look at the lessons he's taught us. That
Yes,
there can
absolutely.
be joy in the pain, because not only that, he's getting all the support, he's getting all the love, he's getting all shared partnership from others, and that is joyous itself.
Yes,
So
yes,
why not?
yes,
Yeah, so many.
yes.
Yes, thank you, Renuka. Anyone else would like to share something? Otherwise, I think it's been a brilliant session today. Let's all leave with that smile and happiness in our heart, in our mind, in our body, and our soul. And see you tomorrow again at 10 a.m. All the best. Have a great day. Bye bye.